Hello! Welcome to my YouTube channel. On here, we shall be focusing on Motherland, the name, the meaning, and why it was called Motherland, everything partaking Africa on Africa Chronicles. Let's go. The origin of the word Africa is complex and debated, with several theories proposed. Let's dive into some. The Roman origin. It's the most widely accepted theory suggests that the Romans named the land opposite the Mediterranean Sea after a Berber tribe living in the Carthage area, modern-day Tunisia. The Romans referred to this tribe as Afri, or Afer, and the land as Africa Terra, meaning the land of the Afri. The suffix "ica" was used to denote a landmass. The Latin origin. Some historians propose that Africa derives from the Latin word aprica, meaning sunny, possibly referring to the continent's warm climate. Greek origin. Another theory links Africa to the Greek word Afrike, meaning without cold and horror, suggesting it described a land free from harsh European winters. Egyptian origin. Ivan van Sertima proposed that Africa comes from the Egyptian term Afru-Ika, meaning birthplace or motherland. Arabic origin. The Arabic word Ifriqiya referred to the area of North Africa, encompassing parts of modern-day Tunisia, Algeria, and Libya. The root of this word, faraka, means to distinguish or separate, possibly referring to the people living west of the Nile. Indigenous origin. Some scholars argue that the original name for Africa was Alkebulan, meaning Mother of Mankind or Garden of Eden, used by various ancient African civilizations. It's important to note that the name Africa was initially used to refer only to the northern parts of the continent and was later adopted by European cartographers to encompass the entire landmass. Regarding the origin of the people of Africa, the scientific consensus is that anatomically modern humans, Homo sapiens, originated in Africa. Fossil and genetic evidence indicates that our earliest ancestors appeared in the eastern region of sub-Saharan Africa around 200,000 years ago. From there, these early humans spread to other parts of Africa, the Middle East, and eventually the rest of the world in subsequent migrations. Africa is recognized as the birthplace of the entire human race and possesses the greatest human genetic diversity, reflecting its role as the source of all human DNA. Now let's find out why Africa is called the origin of human race. Africa is indeed considered the origin of the human race. This is the widely accepted scientific consensus based on extensive fossil and genetic evidence. Fossil evidence. The oldest known fossils of anatomically modern humans, Homo sapiens, have been discovered in Africa, with significant finds in Ethiopia, Omo Kibish, and Morocco, Jebel Irhoud, dating back hundreds of thousands of years. Fossils of earlier human ancestors, some millions of years old, have also been found exclusively in Africa. Genetic evidence. Based on human DNA, show the highest levels of genetic diversity within African populations. This indicates that humans have lived longer in Africa than in any other part of the world. The concept of mitochondrial Eve, the single female ancestor of all living humans through mitochondrial DNA, is also traced back to Africa. Out of Africa theory, the most widely supported model for human migration. The Out of Africa theory posits that modern humans evolved in Africa and then migrated to other parts of the world in one or more waves, eventually replacing or interbreeding with other hominin populations. In summary, the overwhelming scientific evidence from both fossils and genetics firmly establishes Africa as the continent where the human race originated. Okay? Now let's find out if there is any scientific research that back up Africa as origin of human race. Yes, there are some of this evidence comes from multiple lines of inquiry, most notably, number 1, fossil evidence, paleoanthropology. Oldest Homo sapiens fossils. The oldest known fossils of anatomically modern humans, Homo sapiens, have been discovered in Africa. Key sites include Jebel Irhoud, Morocco. Fossils discovered at this site date back to around 315,000 years ago and exhibit a mix of modern and archaic features, suggesting an earlier emergence of Homo sapiens in Africa. Herto, Ethiopia. These fossils, dating to approximately 160,000 years ago, show further morphological diversity in early Homo sapiens. Early hominin fossils. Africa boasts a rich fossil record of earlier hominin species, the ancestors of Homo sapiens. These fossils, found in East and Southern Africa, document millions of years of human evolutionary history, with increasingly modern features appearing over time, culminating in the emergence of Homo sapiens. Number 2. Genetic evidence, molecular anthropology. Mitochondrial DNA. Studies of mtDNA, which is passed down through the maternal line, have traced the ancestry of all living humans back to a single female ancestor who lived in Africa around 100,000 to 200,000 years ago, often referred to as mitochondrial Eve. African populations exhibit the greatest diversity in mtDNA, indicating a longer history on the continent. Nuclear DNA. Analysis of nuclear DNA, the DNA in the cell nucleus, inherited from both parents, also reveals the highest genetic diversity within African populations. As populations migrated out of Africa, they carried only a subset of this original diversity, leading to less genetic variation in non-African populations the further they are geographically from Africa. Genetic markers and population structure. The distribution of specific genetic markers across the globe shows that all non-African populations are nested within the genetic diversity found in Africa, indicating a branching pattern originating from the continent. Number 3. Archaeological evidence. Oldest stone tools. The earliest known stone tools, dating back millions of years, have been found in Africa, indicating the early development of technological innovation in our ancestors on the continent. Middle Stone Age innovations. The Middle Stone Age in Africa, roughly 300,000 to 30,000 years ago, saw the development of more sophisticated tools and behaviors, which predate similar innovations found elsewhere, suggesting an African origin for these advancements that were later carried out of the continent. In all the evidence, the convergence of evidence from paleontology, genetics, and archaeology strongly supports the out-of-Africa theory, which posits that modern humans originated in Africa and subsequently dispersed across the globe. While ongoing research continues to refine the details of human migration and evolution, the fundamental African origin of our species is firmly established within the scientific community. The scientific research supporting Africa as the origin of the human race has been conducted by a vast number of scientists from various disciplines over many decades. It's impossible to list everyone, but here are some key figures and areas of research they contributed to. Paleoanthropologists, fossil evidence. Number 1, Lewis and Mary Leakey. This iconic husband and wife team conducted groundbreaking work at Olduvai Gorge in Tanzania, uncovering crucial early hominin fossils that firmly placed human evolution in Africa. Number 2, Donald Johanson, famous for the discovery of Lucy, Australopithecus afarensis in Ethiopia, providing significant evidence for early bipedalism. Number 3, Tim White, led extensive research in Ethiopia, including the Middle Awash region, yielding significant early Homo sapiens fossils like those from Herto. Number 4, Meave and Richard Leakey continued the family legacy with significant fossil discoveries in Kenya, including early Homo and Australopithecus specimens. Number 5, Jean-Jacques Hublin played a key role in the dating and analysis of the early Homo sapiens fossils from Jebel Irhoud in Morocco, pushing back the timeline for the emergence of our species. Number 6, Alan Wilson and Rebecca Cann. Pioneering work in the 1980s on mitochondrial DNA provided the first strong genetic evidence for a recent African origin of modern humans and the concept of mitochondrial Eve. Number 7. Spencer Wells, known for his work on the Genographic Project, which used genetic markers to trace human migration patterns out of Africa. Number 8. Luca Cavalli Sforza, a prominent figure in human population genetics whose work extensively analyzed global genetic variation and supported the African origin. Number 9. Sarah Tishkoff. Her research focuses on the genetic diversity of African populations, providing insights into ancient migrations and population structure within the continent. Number 10. Brenna Henn studies the genetic diversity of African hunter-gatherer populations, contributing to our understanding of early human origins and migrations within Africa. Archaeologists, archaeological evidence. Number 1. Glynn Isaac. His work in East Africa focused on early Stone Age sites, providing insights into the behavior and technology of early hominins. Number 2. J. Desmond Clark made significant contributions to the understanding of the African Stone Age and the development of early human technologies. Number 3. Michael Meyer contributed to the dating of archaeological sites in Africa, providing crucial timelines for early human presence and behavioral innovations. It's important to remember that the understanding of human origins is a collaborative effort involving countless researchers, field workers, and laboratory technicians from around the world. The scientists mentioned above represent some of the key figures who have made significant contributions to Africa's scientific endeavor. Now that's the little introduction on Africa origin. Catch up with this channel again to screw into the continent, African as a whole. If you like this, which I know you did, like and subscribe for more.